What is happening, Internet? K-Wing here, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Man of Steel 2 is finally happening, and it's going to star Henry Cavill as Superman. Also, there's some Batman news today. That's the most incredible thing. And actually, multiple Batman. Film Batman in general. So, as you guys know, recently they announced that the Batman 2 script is currently being penned, I guess you would say is the term. We don't really have any story details right now, whether it's going to be Mr. Freeze, or Man-Bat, or Scarecrow. Nobody really knows. But there are some new interesting developments about ideas that Matt Reeves has that he wants to flesh out. One of them being a villain solo movie as a character study similar to what Joaquin Phoenix Joker was. There's a couple ideas he has going around. He made some name drops for Clayface and Johnathan Crane. And I want to stop him right there, and I think that a Johnathan Crane character study movie done not in the style of Joker, but just as a look at Johnathan Crane's life and how he turns into the Scarecrow would be an amazing movie, and I think he needs to do it. Just listen to me and do that, because I think that could be like a freaky R-rated movie, really getting to the psychological aspects of the Scarecrow, and then leading into a confrontation with Batman later on. As for the HBO Max side of things, the Penguin thing is still happening, and we have some plot details. The show is going to take place after the conclusion of the Batman movie, where most of Gotham is now underwater because of what the Riddler did. And I actually think that's really cool because penguins do their best work in the water. You know, he's going to be coming out of wherever he's been hiding, and Gotham is going to be ripe for the picking to have Oswald Cobblepot take over as a big bad mob boss that we had in the Arkham games and, of course, DC Comics in general for, quite a while now. So I think that is a perfect fit for Penguin and, of course, Colin Farrell. Now, we don't have a release date. We don't know when it's happening, but it's interesting after the whole slash and burn thing with HBO Max, thanks to the Z team over at Warner Brothers. Based on the budget that Matt Reeves is probably going to have for this show, I think it's not really going to fit what, the Z team has said is law. In other film Batman news, we don't really know what's going on in the world of Ben Affleck, other than a massive rumor that dropped over on Instagram a few days ago, thanks to some crazy Benifer people, which feels weird to say because that's what he and his first wife, were called, and now it refers to his current wife. But anyway, some people who are in that obsessed fandom heard from someone that knows J-Lo and whatever that Ben Affleck has signed a new contract to appear multiple times as Batman with Warner Brothers, and he's really happy about it. Now, as you know, David Zaslav has said that he wants to do a new 10-year plan featuring Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman at the forefront of the DC shared universe. And now that Cavill's back and Gal Gadot is in rotation as well, with her Wonder Woman movie being made in development right now, Wonder Woman 3, since Patty was fired off of the Star Wars Rogue Squadron thing, she doesn't really have much to do, so may as well work on Wonder Woman 3. So the only missing piece of the Trinity right now is Ben Affleck. Now, Ben Affleck is going to appear again in The Flash, and he's going to be in part of Aquaman. Whether or not he's going to appear throughout the whole movie, and they're not just going to do this random thing where Aquaman takes place in the old universe, and then during the events of Flash, Aquaman changes a little bit, and Batman becomes 70-year-old Michael Keaton. Whoa! Which would be, really weird, and, I suppose if they did it in a way that worked, cool, but nah, I think that would make audiences be like, but we liked Ben Affleck. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was a great Batman, and he could be a great Bruce Wayne for a Batman Beyond movie. But him coming back as kind of like a Kingdom Come Batman, I don't know. Doesn't really work for me, especially all the bad things I heard about the Batgirl movie. I don't know. But, yeah, we don't know what's going on with Michael Keaton or Ben after the Flash movie. But if this rumor is to be believed by this very popular J-Lo Instagram thing, then Ben has signed a contract to appear more as Batman. He's very happy, and he was in Burbank around the same time as Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill were also at the Warner Brothers lot, possibly discussing a movie called The Trinity. I don't know. Interestingly enough, the director James Gunn is working on a special movie for DC with no name yet. And a lot of people are throwing different ideas at him. Could it be the Deathstroke movie starring Joe Manganiello that was scrapped quite a while ago? and rumors that Joe is back in the role of Deathstroke, which, I mean, he never really left, but whatever. Or could he be working on the Trinity movie with Ben, Henry, and Gal? No one really knows. But anyway, that's enough Batman-related stuff. So now let's talk about Superman, because that's what everybody wants to talk about. Man of Steel 2. Can you actually believe it? For 6 years, that poor man has been trying to campaign for more Superman when DC kept putting him on the back burner. And eventually just taking him off the shelf and putting him away in the closet and just greenlighting all these other movies that weren't a success. The Harley Quinn movie, the Suicide Squad movie, and everything in between with no Superman. Then they planned on replacing Superman with a woman and a black guy, and they decided, you know, that's what the direction is going to be. We're going to introduce Supergirl in The Flash, and then we're going to redo elements of Man of Steel. We're going to announce the new Superman movie on Henry Cavill's birthday because we hate Henry Cavill. That's what we're going to do. And, you know, now it's kind of just like The Rock said, there's a whole new hierarchy at Warner Brothers, and a new era of DC films is about to begin with the real Superman attached to this new era of DC films, with his own solo movie being tentatively called right now Man of Steel 2, which has most of the internet happy except for Snyder fans, who are not ecstatic like most Superman fans because they demand the same music, the same director, the same storyline, all that other stuff. And what I have to say about Man of Steel 2 is let Henry be the scriptwriter. Let Henry decide and dictate the story. That way maybe Snyder fans will be happy because he has a clear vision what he wants to do for Superman, whether or not Zack is involved or not. So he knows where the journey of his character is going to be because he created his character. So I think everyone should give Henry some slack on that. As for now that Man of Steel 2 is official, what happens to J.J. Abrams' Superman? I actually have an idea. Let him do it. You already have the DC shared universe Superman reestablished as Henry Cavill. He's going to be Superman going forward on the shared universe, so there's no problem there. Do the same thing you did with the Joker, like Joaquin Phoenix story, and have the Quixote's Superman and J.J. Abrams' Superman, featuring a black Superman set in the, 1920s or something? Just have it as part of the black label. As for Supergirl could still show up after The Flash. Introduce her properly in the Superman movie after the events of The Flash. They could take on Brainiac together or Metallo or some other, type of really big threat. And at the end of the movie, have her leave Metropolis and establish herself somewhere else. But the most important thing is to use Henry as your building blocks for this new universe. Nobody hated the idea of Supergirl appearing in the DCEU. It was the way that you were making Supergirl appear in the DCEU that had people upset. You wanted her to replace Henry. You wanted Quixote's and J.J. Abrams' $250 million DC deal to replace Henry. Where this entire time you could have been using Henry for so many things as Superman, but Walter Hamada said no. So that's why a lot of people were upset with Warner Brothers. But now I want to hear from all you guys and gals. How do you feel about Henry Cavill being back as Superman? And are you excited for more of Matt Reeves' The Batman universe being fleshed out in scary villain movies, plus the Penguin show? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, as you guys know, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. This week is going to be one of the busiest weeks of my life in many, many years. I'll be doing the Ghostbusters game later today on K-Wings Let's Plays. Tomorrow I'm doing Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, starting that. Then I've got the Disney Dreamlight Scar thing. Then I've got the Black Adam Fortnite thing. And then I believe Batman and Minecraft, and then Gotham Knights. So this is really going to be like the busiest week I've had in probably 4 years. And I have no idea how I'm going to cover it all. But I hope you guys will be there to support it. The Gotham Knights coverage will start on this channel probably around 10 o'clock on the 20th, I hope. Maybe earlier, we'll see. Still trying to hammer out the details with Warner Brothers, seeing if they're going to approve it or not. Probably not, but who knows. And if not, we're going to have tons of fun stuff for Gotham Knights on both channels that you guys can go watch and binge watch to your heart's content. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and the next time I see you will be for Gotham Knights. Later, Gothamites.